Gordon at it again. I wanted to showcase the MacRo from Ionic system. So the big brother to the Quattro, and below that the Trion. So its primary purpose was maximum water flow. So to target commercial solar panel cleaning, drone operation, or if you're traditional water-fed pole cleaning, running multiple water-fed poles. And we'll run through that setup with different hose reel lengths and show you some distance shots hooking up to 4 water-fed poles. But I just wanted to talk to you about the MacRo and run you through the similarities and differences that you may have seen before. So the MacRo is a dual RO membrane in parallel. So water will enter a carbon filter, organics, sediment. It'll then hit a dual RO membrane under pressure. So having 2 RO membranes, we get maximum surface area to provide maximum pure water output. It's then polished off with a single DI filter. In hard water conditions, we would put a softener in front of this particular system to pull calcium and lime to protect the RO membranes. Let's take a closer look at the front of the panel. So I often say you need water to make water. So depending on where you are around Australia and the incoming waters and pressures will determine the amount of pure water out. So bits that you're familiar with on the other Ionic systems RO units in the range. So we have an hour meter which will determine maintenance and amount of water produced, our power switch, our standard pressure cleaning gauge, which will give us an indication of incoming tap pressure. With our bypass valve in the closed position, we can read off the pressure gauge very approximately what we have coming in from our garden tap. As a maintenance procedure, doing an RO flush to get that maximum water flow around those RO filters to flush away all those particulates. So in the working position, we're at 90 degrees, pushing all the water through the RO membranes. A big difference that we can see here on the front is we have 2 pure water outlets. So it allows you to split between 2 operators or a single operator having their own particular outlet. And the second outlet is just controlled with a dual flow valve on the front of the particular system. Big upgraded pump, massive pump to increase the pressure running through these parallel RO membranes. And when we turn the particular system on, in the flush configuration, we're basically pushing all the water that's going in around the outside of those RO membranes for a clean procedure. When we put the system into working mode, we'll get an increase in pressure and we'll get a decrease in reject water and an increase in the pure water out of this particular system. We'll carry out a functional test and see if we can count what's actually coming out of this MacRo at these given pressures and flows from our garden tap. We're running probably about 130 psi on this particular system here today. Let's do some calculations. So our pure water out, and we have a 1 litre container. So what we're going to do is time it to see how quickly we can fill up the 1 litre vessel coming out of this MacRo unit. 1 litre. .21 seconds. So on those calculations, about 9.66 litres per minute from this particular system on these given parameters today. A standard nozzle. So from a distance shot, so if we're car detailing, doing a final spot-free rinse, quite substantial. So your hose off is going to be quite quick with that pure water system coming out of the MacRo. Let's summarise water flow. So we have 4 different hose reels set up. We have 70 metres, 100 metres. All these hoses are 8mm ID going back to the 5x8 PU hose on the poles. So on the 70 metre pole, we're running a brush which has 4 V-jets, so 8 individual pencil jets, and you can see the distance that that's flowing from that particular brush. On the next brush, which is on the 100 metre hose reel, it has 4 individual pencil jets. So we're getting quite good distance there on a 100 metre hose reel. If we flick over to the other side, these 2 hose reels are 50 metres and 30 metres, and we're running off the dual side of the MacRo. So where we've split it there, we can simulate 2 pure water outlets. So this particular hose reel, 50 metres with twin pencils. And then finally the last brush on a 30 metre hose reel, we're running 4 individual pencils. So adequate water flow to support 4 water-fed poles, hose reel sizes and lengths of various configuration. So I hope you've got what you need to about the MacRo from Ionic Systems here today. If you like this video, do check out all our other videos online on the YouTube channel at Blue Tongue Industries, and this particular system is available from us here today, and you can see that online at bluetongueindustries.com.au. Thanks guys, appreciate you watching.